Hello crafters, thank you so much for coming to visit my channel. Welcome, I'm so happy to have you here. I am absolutely in love with the Christmas paper that just came in. It is called Christmas for All cardstock stickers and sentiments, and I am so in love with this. I immediately pulled it out and started crafting. I had such a fun time doing this. So I want to show you what I ended up with here. I did a mini book on top of our page that looks like a Christmas present. So I think this would be so adorable also if it was a birthday present. You know, I like to show you techniques that you can take and use again over and over. Similar to this page that we did before, this little basket of love. It had two little pages in between that float in between it, and the back is a little pocket, and this is a little cover that fit on top. So I went crazy with the ruffles here on the Christmas page because I do love me a ruffle. So here we have the little gold bow that kind of makes it really just look like a Christmas present. Merry Christmas on top. I used these gorgeous little 12-inch dies again from the Scrapbook event from May. And I also used this lace one. So when we open this up, we're opening this little present up like this. And you have a page layout right here that has Santa Claus. It has a little pocket. I used lots of little pieces of gold scraps that we have from previous events. Here's another page right here, and you have double lace border with a ruffle. How can you go wrong with a double lace border and a ruffle? And then you go open this up, and here you have a double spread. So we have here some little pine trees, and up on top you can have so much room for pictures. It's just fabulous. Okay, and then we open up the last page, and you have here this little cute little belt that holds in these little page tags. I love to put my pictures in a little bit loose so that people can feel them, touch them. You can move them around to leave them a little bit loose so that little fingers can open them and move them around and do whatever you want. I always do my scrapbook pages so that somebody can actively work with it and touch it. They're not for archival preservation. This is a fun scrapbook page. I'm not using my pages as a forever location for pictures. I think that should be on the cloud or somewhere where things are safe forever. This is more of a fun type of a page. So this one right here on the very back has this cute little pocket, just a little tiny 1/4 inch of a bump here. And then two gorgeous 5x7 tags with Santa Claus right here peeking out. It just looks so cute. He's checking his list and making sure that you're naughty or not, or good or bad, right? So it's super cute the way it's sitting there. And now let me show you how we put this all together. And yes, you are able to put it in a scrapbook page just like this. And I'll show you how to do that also. Thank you so much. Okay, so I am loving the Christmas paper, and it is inspiring me to really start scrapbooking, and I feel like I need to get one more scrapbook page out before Create 7 starts. So let's start. So I like to start with the base, and the base for me is this page right here. It is one sheet, okay? One gorgeous, fabulous, luscious, double-sided Anna Griffin Christmas for All sheet. I love it. So I will show you here on this one how I went about starting that. I love the idea of cutting out frames to make an outline and kind of a mat around a beautiful picture, just like they do in the art world. So here is what I have. 1/2 inch. This is a 1/2 inch spot, and then this is a 1/4 inch, and then we start to the normal paper, okay? And then this center is cut out. It's the frame, the back frame of the entire page layout. So it is 6.5 by 8. And the way I did that is I came back around to the back. Now, when you cut these pieces out, I build them back in together and I put Scotch tape on the back, just plain old tape, and put it back on. So here is how I did the frame. If you pencil it in and then you go back with your paper and paper cutter and cut it, sometimes that makes sense to me. So here's how I did the back. So I want to show you how we did this. The outside is 2 inches on the bottom, on the sides 2 inches, on the bottom 2 inches, and the actual frame cutout is 6.5 by 8. And then the top you have 3.5. This is the back base frame, okay? And then I did the same thing I did to these. This I just flipped over. And you have to pay attention to what you have at the top and the bottom. This is the bottom. This is the top because we have the little Christmas tree there that's showing us which angle we're supposed to have our paper at, okay? So here is how you cut them out. I flipped it over for us. Now what I'm doing is I'm making a gift box. And the gift box is going to be right here. And of course, I'm using a template because these are original to me. And I'm trying to do a little puzzle and engineer how I want them to sit. It's similar to the basket that we made earlier. So it's going to flip open this way. And I have here this that's going to sit like that. And then I can flip it open and have 2 or 3 little pages inside this little booklet. And this I want it to look like a little Christmas tree. I mean, excuse me, a Christmas present. Okay, so you have this first template, 2 inches, 2 inches, 2 inches, 3.5. The inside is 6.5 by 8. And the outside, it's a half inch, a 1/4 inch, and then this is the piece in the middle, okay? So we'll move this over. You want this to be this page right here. So this is the actual page here is 7.5 by 8.5. This is our front page of our Christmas box. Okay, and then in here we have 1/4, 1/4, 1/4 sitting. Okay, so that we can have a little indentation in this spot. So now that I have this spots done, I can come back around and put this down right where I want it to be at. I put double-sided heavy-duty tape. Okay, so let's talk about this page. This is going to be my center page. And let me tell you, the center page, or the middle, to me, always has to be smaller than the top page. So you see how that would sit right here? You want it to be smaller so you don't have the little edges sticking out. Now, yes, you can make yours the exact same size, 8.5 by 7.5. I would rather not have this page sticking out, so I'm going to sit right here, and then it can sit right into that little spot. Okay, so I have double-sided tape right here, and let's talk about how we cut this page. Okay, I cut this page, and this is a full size 12. Okay, and then you have to make sure you cut 8 and 8 inches this direction with the Christmas trees in the right direction where you want it. So my Christmas trees, I want it to be able to be in the book and sit in this direction. So the back side is universal. It doesn't have to look like, but when I flip over this direction, then my Christmas trees are going to be not, facing me. So for me, they're in the right direction. But if you have it this way, it looks upside down. Does that make any sense? So just do your Christmas trees the way you want it to be. Okay. There we go. Here's how I have mine stacked up. Okay, you have this little piece here, and then this is going to be your top, and then I have the tape hooked up to this, and then I have this one, and so now we have 4 little pages that we can work with. Okay, so I love to make ruffles. You might know that about me already, and I have 1 3/4. The 12-inch strip I'm going to mend together here. It's easier if you put them together. The 12-inch, make it 24, okay? So that we can start now priming. That's the part that I say, because it is double-sided cardstock, you need to kind of set it up and soften it up a little bit and prepare it for you to do ruffles. Okay. Okay, so here is my ruffle starting. I do my tape really strong. And then of course we're gonna do the 2 pencil thing where you go in and you start the ruffle is gonna go in between the waves of the pencil, okay? Okay, you have to kind of look at what color you're using as your ruffle. And since I have double-sided, I'm kind of looking at, this is going to be red, and then this one's going to be green. And I think I want the green showing out because it's going to be like this. Do you see that? And then when you flip the page over, it's going to be red, and that matches with that little red stream right here. So that's how I'm working it. Okay? Because these are going to show up, I'm going to start with this little piece here, and I'm rolling it in my pencil. And then I roll it in. Okay, so now this little roll is going to be my start. Look at how cute that is. Okay, we finally got that very tedious ruffle around here, but we're gonna make it look cute. We are gonna put a big fake bow on here and then maybe like a little box, little strip of ribbon on it, and it will look just fabulous. Okay, so let's keep going. Hello crafters, here's the completed page now. So we figured out that we had ruffles on every single little one here. So let's start with the top one and I'll show you how I embellished it. So we have the top little page here, and I did a gold ribbon. My goal was to try to do a 1.5. So this is a 1.5 gold strip I made into a cross, okay? And then we made a gold bow on the top. Super easy. You get the gold bow and you fold over like this, okay? And of course, not one that's been cut into this, but you understand what I'm trying to say. You fold it down like so, and then you make the little bow, and then here is where I added my greeting to it. It says Merry Christmas, and we added some more little flowers around it, added a little bit of the lace cutout. I used the lace cutout. That is this one right here, okay, for the 12-inch one. And I added it to the back, okay, so when we open it up, okay, so here we are opening this up. Now the other thing I want to show you real fast before I move to the next page is that on this I only added tape to the sides. So if for some strange reason I want to add something else to this little spot, like a little tag or maybe a little card, right there. Okay, so you want to add something else to it, you're able to kind of sneak this little thing in here. And if I remember correctly, there with the bows, the whole thing is just a little spot. So what I wanted to make sure I told you is that this little spot, I only put tape on this edge. And all of these embellishments are glued onto the little gold wings here, okay? So that we're able to put something if we want to, okay? Cross this over, move it over into the first little page, okay? And I added gold little, just some leftover gold that I have. And then I have a little bit of the lace, the same little strip of lace right here. And I added the little tag around. These are the little, I measured to make sure this would fit. And then you do a 1/2 inch all the way around. This is how it sits here. And then the next page I embellished with just the little corners. And right here is the ruffles. So right here's the ruffles. You can see that I kind of went a little crazy here with my ruffles, but it's okay. And then I added 2 strips in gold and 1 red right on top. And then I added the little embellishment on the very top in the center, trying to stay away from the very edge of it so that it doesn't show on the other side, okay? I didn't show you this one. This one was one of those little embellishments, and I made sure that the embellishment also works as a pocket. Okay, so this embellishment right here works as a pocket, and I'm able to put right there, and there. Here we go. Okay, little pocket, and then we have right here. Okay, and so now this one I kind of made like a double page layout. I added little pines here, little pine trees here, and then I added pine trees here. So even if it's a vertical type of a layout, it's still a double layout to me. So there's how I did that one. And here I added a red, and then here we just did gold. Okay. And again, another little ruffle right here, also going a little bit crazy, but you know, the ruffle works. It's okay. And then just little tiny little leftover gold. Every time you run a little gold strip, you keep those, and that's what I have right here. Folding this over. And then I fold this over right here. And then on this one, I added the same thing. Okay. Here I added the red little corners, and then a little belt pocket was this one is the one that I added there, thinking that maybe I would have a little belt right here. And then this one I put right in here. Okay, and so here I put the little flowers, and I made this one just a little pocket so we can continually add more things to this piece. And then on this last piece, I added 2 large 5x7 pictures right here, 5x7 picture mats. Very easy to do. Little bow on the top, little leftover strips right there. And then this one becomes a pocket. And then right here, I added an extra piece that is now 2 inches, a little extra 2-inch strip, just so that when I folded this over, I wanted that little piece to also be there. And then I embellished with this little cute little Santa Claus. Looks like he's peeking out of the present box. Is that not so cute? Okay, so let's put this back into this little pocket right there. Okay, and then I added the little gold going all the way around to kind of show off that little outline that we made earlier right there. Okay. Okay, so now let me show you how we're going to put this in our page protector. Okay, super easy to do. I know it sounds scary, but you actually cut your page protector. So you need to have a sharp tool. You can use a pair of scissors also, but I like to have a little sharp tool to start. And what you do is you hold this down, and I am pressing on this side so that it's down on this side, and you press in and you hear where it cuts, and then you just gently cut, just barely into the plastic. You are not touching the paper, okay? And then I start from this side so that I know where to stop. And you can use if it makes you feel safer, you can use a pair of very sharp scissors, and you just go straight in to the corner, okay? Press in. I always try to make my square of what I'm cutting a little bit smaller than what I need it, just in case I mess up. And straight in, okay? Now this part is gonna be holding up, and I think I wanna go a little bit higher here. And then what I wanna do for this specific one, and every page I do is a little bit, page protector that I work with is a little bit different. So on this one, I wanna bring this in, okay, and I want to put this part into this pocket so that I keep Santa Claus here covered. So I am making this little plastic here a little bit smaller, just like that. Same thing over here. And we might have to cut a little bit at the bottom. So basically this part of the page is protected, but you can still get to all the other pieces. You put your little tags back in here, fold this in, and there you go. Your page is inside, protected. You can carry it to a retreat. You can put it in your binder. It fits in here just lovely. Hey, thank you so much for always coming to visit me. I really appreciate you all coming to see me. This is our Christmas page. Leave me a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and I so appreciate it if you subscribe. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.